Welcome everybody, my name is Spirit. Welcome to my channel again. I am going to be doing another reading, general read for the astrology signs. Today's reading is for Gemini. So the decks that I'm going to be using in my readings are the Oracle of Dragonfey by Lucy Cavendish. This deck has a lot of bright colors and a lot of her amazing artwork, and dragons, of course, and fae slash elves, which is something that is near and dear to me. So I love this deck, and I chose to use this in this reading today, as well as the Sacred Traveler, which is this deck. This is also a really good oracle deck by Denise Linn, and you can find these on Amazon. This deck is one of my favorites. I've had it for, I think, a little over a year and a half, and I've bonded with this deck. The Dragonfey deck has been with me a lot longer. Many of my cards, Oracle or Tarot, are gifted to me by subscribers here on YouTube, on Twitch, as well as one person on Patreon actually gifted me something a while ago, a deck as well. Many of these decks have been bought over my time in my life traveling and doing different things. So I usually use the specific deck that calls to me to that day for the readings. And if you are interested, look in my information below. My Patreon page, I list specific decks that I offer readings from on those level of tiers, they call them over there. I think I have 8 or 9 tiers, eight or 9 levels over there, and I use specific decks in those readings that you will never see here on YouTube or on Twitch. I only use those for my Patreon members, and they're really intense decks as well, so they hold a lot of energy. So these are the 2 decks that I'll be using in the reading for Gemini today, as well as this deck, which is called Getting into the Vortex by Esther and Jerry Hicks. I watch Esther's YouTube videos. She's extremely popular. I am going to use this. It's just a general deck to pull any questions if I need any clarification at the end of your reading. Sometimes they don't call for me to use this deck, but I wanted to leave this here to have it readily available. So those are the decks that I was called to use for this reading for Gemini. I am uploading this in September 2020. However, those of you who know my channel and know me know that I don't read for time. So meaning I may be doing this reading in September of 2020, but someone may come across this reading a year from now and it resonates with them. So time is just an illusion when it comes to readings. This video and this reading will find those who it's meant to be found by. I don't push my abilities or any of my readings on people. It's when you're seeking answers that I use my abilities, which I talk about in my welcome back video, which if you look in my videos, you will find that. And I talk about the type of readings that I do. I also do private readings. If you want a more private reading, I do them by video. And I upload a private link and then it's sent to you. And I do it by a donation basis. And any of the donations that I make, and I give a suggested amount because I've done a lot of research in the time and energy that I put into my readings. And you're getting a really great reading for the donation fee. Believe me, I put a lot of work in these and they take a lot of energy out of me. I have to recharge. You will see here I do burn sage in my readings. I am working on probably later this evening, late into the evening, I will be doing my very first recorded ASMR video for you guys here on YouTube. I'm going to use the first one to spread love to those who are suffering from self-worth insecurity issues. And I'm hoping that it will help. I'm hoping that it will be enjoyable to all of you when I do upload it. And it's something that I'm going to be using on here on YouTube to practice just recording videos. And then eventually I will be taking the ASMR live over to Twitch, where I have a channel where I'm affiliated streamer. And I do tarot reads. Well, my readings that I do here, I call them tarot, but they're really not. They're mediumship readings. as well as some crafts on Saturdays, some painting and mixed medias, and then gaming, of course. And right now I'm doing Fridays and Saturday nights, but starting probably in the new year and maybe slightly earlier, I will be doing one night during the week, one weekend night, and then every other Saturday I will be doing crafts, painting, crystals, mixed media, different projects. So that's that. So I'm going to move the sage out of the way. And the way I do this is I shuffle the deck, and then I'll speak with you on video while I'm shuffling the deck. And any cards that are meant to come through for whomever I'm reading for will come through. I tap into the other side, into my spirit guides, the angels that watch over me, any of the spirits that have passed that are around me in my life and in the person who's supposed to hear this reading. They will also be around me. And I don't know what it is. That sage was super strong today. And my allergies are bothering me, so. If you're interested in any of the other social media platforms that I'm on, if you want to watch, if I offer free mini, like 1 or 2 card readings on my Twitch, when I do my Twitch streams on Friday night, I do occasionally do the tarot still, or the readings, as well as on my Patreon, I have a more of an affordable 8 tiers over there, where you could choose anywhere from level number 1 to level number 8 or 9, and the lowest fee is like, I think, a $5 donation. So that's a good way as well. So now I'm going to shuffle the Sacred Travel deck. I'm going to move these cards over in the top. And don't worry, I will show you the cards when I'm going through the reading so you can see the artwork. I'm going to be working on a few of these readings today. And then I have actually 2 private spirit communication readings later tonight. So that should be pretty interesting. I do spirit communication readings, and I think I offer them on Patreon. I think it's like the 8th or 9th level. It's called Spirit Communication, I think, or Spirit Channeling. I don't remember what I labeled it. It's basically when someone wants to reach out to those who have passed. I don't want any information when I do those readings. So sometimes they come through when I'm doing these readings. It just depends. When I do general reads, though, sometimes they don't come through. That's too many cards. Oh, that one we'll take. You may or may not hear the music in the background. I am listening to it, but I don't think it might be not playing in the background. But if it is, I put some comments in the field of this video. I'm listening to non-copyright, royalty-free music, so not to get in trouble. Alright, there's cards coming through. Let me put them in the order that they came out. Alright, that's enough of these cards. Okay, so we're going to work with the cards I have out now. And you may hear some noise in the background. I do have 2 little dogs, so sometimes you'll hear them, sometimes you won't. So let's see what we have going on. Give me a moment while I sit here and take this all in. Let's see what we have. There's a lot going on for Gemini. Gemini. My dog is sitting over here Wednesday. She's like, what are you doing? Who are you talking to? She's a good girl. Alright, I'm going to pause this for a minute, but I'll be right back. You won't even know. Okay, back to your reading. I just had to let the dog outside and back in. It's raining horribly here today. So let's see. What do we have for you today, Gemini? There's a lot going on. Alright. But it settles down, so that's a good sign. You have a lot of activity going on. Just so you know, if you don't already know this about my readings, if you haven't read the welcome back, I don't usually do past, present, future readings. I feel those are more tarot taught readers that do those. Not judging, I just am not a tarot taught. It's not a philosophy, or I don't even know how to explain it, but it's just not my way of reading. I'm a channeler. I'm a spirit guide. I'm a healer. I am a person who is given sight for those who need to see. I've never claimed to be psychic because life-altering things can happen when people take the wrong turn. So I don't really believe in that whole future, telling the future. My readings are more about confirming that I am actually real by giving you messages of things that just cannot be me making them up or reading you, because I'm not a cold reader, and a lot of people say that about people like myself. I'm just here to do what I'm supposed to do. I am not in a charlatan or taking money from people and doing evil things. I had somebody comment very badly last year on here. That's why I took the comments off for a while. So I just want to put that out there that I am just reading what I'm supposed to be reading, and I'm not making any money off of my YouTube at all. So, and I make very little money out of my Patreon or my private readings. And any money I do make goes into paying for the internet or my cards. So there's that. I don't know why I ranted on like that, but I think someone needed to hear that. Maybe someone stepped on my, clicked on my YouTube channel out of curiosity and is a non-believer. I don't know. I don't usually go on a rant like that before. So apparently Spirit wanted me to say that in this Gemini video. So here I go. Here comes the reading. The first card that fell out is the beautiful lady Dragoch. And she's similar to the Green Man in Celtic mythology, or gods or goddesses if you believe in that. And I am part Irish, so I do believe in Celtic, Celtic, it depends on how you pronounce it, gods and goddesses. And she is in this reading to tell the Geminis that this is going to resonate with the group of Geminis, that going back to your roots, your family unit, that type of family unit that we used to feel when we were children, some of us, where it was tradition to do certain things, like in an Italian family, like in my dad's Italian side family. And with my Italian side family, when I was married, Sundays for family, church and family, that's how it was. For some church, not all. And family. Coming together, the grandma or grandpa or whomever would make the pasta and the food. I mean, it's in all families. Greeks do it too. I mean, all families do this. For some reason, this card is coming up, and I'm going to show it to you to remind the Geminis that are watching this to go back to that there somehow was a ripple in it, or maybe people with the virus, it stopped happening, and now you're not sure if you should start doing it again, like you guys aren't coming back together. But they're showing me this as a very important thing for you to do. Maybe you've drifted away from your family, you and your family. It's just saying to pull those, the traditions back, that bond that family has. A lot of people have lost that in life. It's really sad. There's no tradition anymore. Everybody's kind of dysfunctional. Morgan Le Fay. What Morgan? Morgan is one of the goddesses that I honor in my life. She's been with me. I'm not going to say I've been with her, because goddesses choose you and gods choose you, if that is your following or your beliefs. For me, I believe in the higher realm, let's just say. She's to bring strength. She's a person to show strength. So for the female Geminis, the female energy Geminis, because I never go by gender, for those who have very strong female energy with a little bit of male, you are going to have to pull back that female emotional self of yours and tap in when 2021 comes up, or the next year after you're watching this, depending on who this resonates with. And you're going to have to tap into your male energy. You're going to have to pull back the drama and the emotions that you have currently now more than ever. Sometimes people forget to do that. Forget to balance. I know for me, I have a lot of male energy, and I have a hard time tapping into my female energy, and that's what my struggle is the last probably year and a half. The next card is Oroki, which stands for the dragon that's sitting here looking at me with crystals. Let me put my glasses on because I've had to wear my reading glasses a lot lately because I can't read small print anymore. Let's see what this says. Oh, okay. I get it. This is exactly what I got from the card, but I didn't know what the word said at the bottom. So usually when you get Oroki in your deck, I'm going to show you to him. Strength, right? He's very, see how he's holding the stick? He's protecting the path behind him. This is the boundaries card. Setting boundaries is key for Gemini. Setting boundaries with friends, family, coworkers, and even yourself. Boundaries sometimes can be difficult because we are people pleasers, both Gemini and Cancers. I am a Cancer that sometimes Cancer signs don't resonate with me readings, and Gemini does. So that's why, I don't know, someone was telling me to tell you, Gemini, that Cancer as well has this issue with setting boundaries. One of the things that I recently have done to take my power back in setting boundaries, and they want me to share this with you because I think the group of Geminis that Source and Spirit is telling me to channel for today, I feel like some of you are struggling extremely, like very hard on yourself, like I am, about setting boundaries with certain people. And what I mean by that is somebody who maybe is taking advantage of you for advice on something, let's say 2 times. And then after the 3rd time, they're starting to take up a lot of your time, but they wouldn't do the same for you, and you're very aware of it. It's very apparent. Struggles like that is what I'm referring to. So you're going to have to set boundaries, especially with the people that take your time for granted. For me, being this way, I have friends that will come to me for readings and advice, and after like the 3rd time, and I mean it's not just 5-10 minutes, it's long lengths of time of my time, I had to put my foot down with 2 people and tell them the next time would have to pay or donate for a reading, because I, like everyone else, have things to do, and it's not that I am trying to force them to pay anything. It's just that that's my time. So, like, for instance, I'll give you an example, because I think the person that I'm reading for may be intuitive and may have some kind of creativity they're showing me. I keep seeing painting, okay? Canvases and painting. I feel like this person is being taken advantage of for their artwork. And like me with my readings and my mixed media art that I used to make pendants and wands, and I'm contemplating doing it again. People started to take it for granted, wanting everything really cheap, and favors, right? Because you're friends. And so that's the same thing with me with the readings. And they're telling me to tell you that taking your power back, you'll find out who genuinely respects you and cares about your time. So if someone doesn't like that you're asking them that and they disappear, that is not your loss. That is their loss. And that's the reason why I guess they've been having me tell this to you during the beginning of the reading. Now the next card is the Joker card. I'm going to show you what this means to me. It's a jester card. It reminds me of Mardi Gras here where I live, and I'm not far from New Orleans. That's what that reminds me of. And this is definitely always 99.9% of the times I get a reading and this card comes out is a negative, narcissistic, sociopath tendencies, passive aggressive, whatever you want to call it, even pathological liar for whoever this Gemini, and I feel like there's at least 3 of you that this is going to resonate with. This is a no-no person. This is somebody who is draining your energy, who's always looks like the good guy in public, but a bad guy behind, closed doors. That's typical narcissist. They are wearing this mask. They are not who they say they are. They are hiding behind many, many emotions and faces. They are reading you and doing what they think you want to hear or see. Be very wary of the person who doesn't show normal emotion, and your intuition is going to kick into gear, Gemini, because it does. Do not ignore it. This person is not out for your well-being. This person is selfish, as all narcissists are. And not in any disrespect if someone's watching this and think narcissists can change. I have friends that are narcissists. Yes, they can be not as intense, but a narcissist truly is selfish, and it's all about ego. And that's how I personally feel. If you don't agree, then you don't agree. It's my channel, so there you have it. I've lived my whole life around them, so they're definitely not positive for me. The next card is Bridget. This is actually one to show you are one, meaning your strength within you and all the emotions that I talked about in the beginning of this reading, where you have a slew of emotions like a normal female energy does, to balance that with your male energy to help with this, because Bridget is the strength card. She's the one saying, hey, listen, we need to really pull it all together. You could still be a really strong woman, female energy, okay? And have male energy and still be this woman that you feel you are, or this feminine energy that you feel you are. It's not going to change who you are as a structured person, as your material, not material, your looks, right? That's what, your looks, your build. This isn't going to change that. It's going to change you energetically in a way that's positive. But a lot of people fear when they're not balanced with both male and female energy. They're afraid that it's going to change them completely. No, it doesn't. It enhances your path, your energies, your positive, the way you carry yourself when you deal with stress or anger or love or happiness. It's all in that, okay? So now the next cards are the cards from the Sacred Traveler deck that I pulled, or actually who came out for me. Now, first, before I start reading them, I want to explain something about all these cards, the way they're laid out. This is something that has come to fruition, meaning there's something you need to work on with yourself as well in regards to this person with the mask. I think that they keep showing me almost like selfishness, but in a way where you're not really sure if it's selfishness, where the person comes around when they need stuff, but then is kind of pulls back when they don't. And it's almost like they keep showing me like a yo-yo effect. So just be cautious of this person. I don't think this person has your best interest at all, Gemini. And it's a group of you who I'm speaking to. So now, I definitely feel like you need to balance yourself, ground yourself. If you don't meditate, do something that's relaxing. Writing, reading, movies, a walk, a hike, the gym. Something that's going to make you feel calm, okay? Now, they're showing me a lot of you, Geminis, who are going to watch this, who resonate with this story that I'm telling, this message that I'm supposed to portray to whomever needs to hear it, a group of you. They're showing someone meditating, a group of you, and then they're showing some people walking outside in the sunlight, and then I see some people in the gym. One thing I will say is do not wallow in your pity. When you go through some of this stuff that I'm talking about, do not sleep so much. Do not bury yourself in alcohol. Remember, when we have addictive personalities, which empaths do, taking a substance like that over and over again is just numbing what you haven't accepted. And it's going to make it that worse when it comes to bubble out. I'm just saying. Everybody's path goes in a way that they choose. For me, I've been escalating things in myself, pushing my boundaries, pushing past things, pushing back my, uncomfortableness with facing certain things. But you don't have to do that. You can accept it slowly. But yeah, it's showing cleanse waters, which is basically grounding and meditating, getting back within Mother Earth. It doesn't mean be a tree hugger. I'm not saying that, although I respect hippies and people who protect the earth. But this card is more about you and yourself and your body and your temple that you walk around in, Gemini. To take better care of yourself, to eat healthier. I feel like there's an imbalance with your vitamins and minerals. I am a healer at heart and I do distance Reiki, and I feel like I'm being really pushed to tell you to drink more water for a group of you, but I also feel like a few of you have very high blood pressure from stress at job and family life. Please keep an eye on that and cut your salt intake back, or start making smarter choices with food. Because with one of you, I feel like you might have a heart murmur, and the heart murmur is affected by your stress, which is really not a good thing. So, if you're interested in meditation, there are so many amazing people on YouTube that do meditation videos with the right megahertz so that you can get what you need, the same with binaural beats. So I would check out those and do it for your heart and also for your sacral chakra, for Geminis that are watching this, that this resonates with and that they agree to more than one of those things that I just mentioned, okay? This is very important. You can cleanse as well like I do. I usually pour hot water in the tub and I put some Epsom salt in, and they have some really amazing ones now. I think the last one I got was eucalyptus. The one before that was lavender. Oh, the eucalyptus. I don't know what it is with eucalyptus. I love the smell of it just as much as I love sage. So eucalyptus in the bath is awesome. I am not a bath person at all, especially considering I'm a bigger girl. So I usually just take it for like 5 minutes bath, sit in it, and then I will stand in the water and run the shower and then empty the drain after I sit there for a while and ground myself. Now, there's something that you've been wanting to do artistically, not work related, so it's definitely artistically, as small as writing in your journal, as big as writing a book, okay? So it can be any of the creative things, but it's telling you you've been hemming and hawing about doing this because you think it's not worth it, because it's during your free time and you feel like it's not worth wasting time doing something like that when you could be doing something else, either around the house with family, friends, or donating time or whatever. But I feel like there's a handful of you that really need to slow down, that you go so fast all the time that sometimes you forget to take in the beauty of life, which is a shame because I used to be that way too. So this is saying take your first step and just take a leap of faith and just go into a new hobby. Some people do hunting as a hobby, and I know a lot of people are anti-animal killing, and I get that and I respect that. But some people take their children or go hunting. Some people fish. Some people go to an art class. They have art classes here where you can paint fleur-de-lis. It's a lot of fun. You drink wine and you chill out. I've never done it before, but it sounds super fun. And if anybody ever comes to visit me, I think I might do that with them so they could bring something home with them. It's awesome. Anyways, paint something, create something, play a new video game, buy a new video game. Get a pet. It doesn't have to be a dog or a cat, but if you have time for it, there's plenty of shelter animals, including, what do you call it? Not authentic. Animals, not normal domesticated animals, meaning like lizards and frogs and different things are always donated to shelters and stuff, or abandoned and they need homes. And so I always like to say that. I also want to remind people on here, I don't think I said it in my welcome video or any of my new videos, but every year, at the end of the year, I donate 10% of whatever I made over the year in my donations for my readings or my art or anything. Even my Twitch, all my social medias where I do readings. And I donate that in a way, either I do directly money or I go and what I normally do is around now, September to November, I usually go around to the different pet stores and see what's on clearance, and I usually set aside a certain amount of money out of this, whatever I made for the year, and if it's been a decent year, I buy like blankets and different things for the local animal shelter or the Pug Queen, which is huge for me. I think it was the year before last, I sent her like 2 huge boxes with like dog beds, dog vests, different things, so that I just wanted to say that on here, that it's always about paying it forward. But maybe that's something. Maybe volunteering is something that, maybe that's why they keep pushing that on me to show you. Maybe you Geminis want to volunteer at the animal shelter, the no-kill animal shelter, or help to foster animals so that they're not euthanized. I don't know, but I definitely feel like you needed to hear that story, and I'm not really sure why, but so be it. Now the next card is watching the clouds. It's saying to relax. Here is the last couple of cards. This is about you slowing down, Gemini. I think you go way too fast for your own comfort. You think you need to go fast, and in you doing that, you forget to look at the small things like I said before. The sunny days, the wind, going to the beach, walking with the dogs if you have them, walking with family if you have it, going to the store and doing window shopping on things that you might like. When I get super down and feeling disconnected or feeling like I need to ground myself, last week or the week before, I went to Michael's Crafts, which I haven't been to in ages. I think it was last weekend. And I was afraid to go in because I'm watching my money because I'm budgeting, right, for the year. And I know they have Halloween stuff out, and Halloween is my weakness. But no, I went in there and there was tons of stuff that I wanted to get. But I was very smart and I only purchased 2 items that were super on sale and great prices. So I was very happy with that. But it cheered me up just to be in an environment with things that I enjoy, like canvases and paint and markers and pencils and Halloween stuff and fall stuff and Christmas stuff, although I'm not ready for Christmas stuff. And different things like that. I wanted to get a price on some paint brushes because I want to do a paint stream on Twitch. And I wanted to get prices on canvases and different things. So anything that makes you feel like that, makes you feel whole, makes you feel creative, makes you feel out of your element where you don't worry and stress, that's what you should do. If it's a writing class, it's a poetry class, if it's a class online, whatever. I don't know why they keep pushing classes, but they keep pushing that in meditation to you. So Gemini, I'm just giving you the message. So overall, the reading is, I told you, this reading is intense. You have a lot going on. Your energy is very fast, meaning you're always on the go, always on the go. Can't sit still because you feel like if you sit still, then your mind is quiet. And then, like I say, the demons come through. And yes, that sucks to do that. But sometimes you're going to need to suck it up, Gemini, and just do it and let the voices come through or let the feelings come through. Let the negativity come through and deal with it. Whether you have to cry or hit something, not someone, I said hit something, your own something. It's got to be, you've got to really slow down. I keep seeing that because I think that's maybe why your blood pressure is so high, and that's why you're dealing with some health issues, not major health issues, but things that are very noticeable to you, and you know this, and you're just like, well, I can't help it. I got to keep going. But you keep going and going and going and going, and so eventually you're going to have to slow down, or your body's going to make you slow down. That's how I get with my rheumatoid arthritis. I'll push because I feel guilty for not doing housework, or things don't get done, and then it just gets dirty or dusty or whatever, or cluttered or whatever the case may be, and then I feel guilty about it. So you got to forgive yourself. Gemini, I do feel like Spirit wants me to pull a vortex card for you. Now, normally I don't pull it. I just let the cards fall where they may. So, let me move the cam because I feel like, there we go. I do feel like whatever cards fall out, if they're 2 cards, fine, I'll take them. But anything more than 3, I'm not going to pull. We'll see what falls out. And these cards are usually, I'm going to take them. They're 2 cards. They usually are very on point with whatever it is that I read for you previously before pulling the deck. So I hope that helps you. So we're going to put them out for a minute. We're going to let them sit for a minute. I'm going to say a few things, and then we're going to go and we're going to read these cards. First thing I'm going to say to all Geminis that this resonates with, you need to meditate, pray, or go out into the beach or park or something and sit in the ground or the sand, somewhere in the ground or the sand, and ground yourself, or do a Epsom salt bath and ground your feet. What I want you to imagine when you go and sit in the grass or sit at the beach and feel the wind on your hands and the wind on your face, or the trees you feel around you if you're in the forest. And I want you to sit there, and I want you to take 4 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And I want you to imagine a beautiful light around your body, and imagine you in full peace and faith in the universe and what path you have amongst you, in front of you, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, we're going to get through this. You're going to get through this. I feel like you worry a lot about the future, about like 10 years from now, 5 years from now. And I get it. I do it too. But slow down and enjoy today. Enjoy tomorrow. Enjoy this week. Don't jump all the way to 5, 6, 4 years ahead. When we do that, we don't enjoy the moments we're currently in. And that's why I didn't live a lot of my life, because I was stuck in, dysfunction. And so it was just like a vicious cycle. So I don't know why I need to tell you that, but I'm telling you that. So now the 2 cards that came out for Vortex that were meant for you, Gemini, today in your reading. The first one is, it's a balancing card, and it says, I'll show it to you in a minute. It says, my true success is measured by my alignment. So let me explain alignment. Alignment is when all your chakras and all your thoughts and patterns and emotions are in alignment with one another. Very rare to find someone in full alignment, because we all have certain things to work on in our lives to align ourselves. But you can align yourselves at times at a lower vibration, or at a smaller portion. I don't know how to explain it other than that, because they're not giving me the words to explain it very well. But it's alignment is when you feel good about yourself, you're positive, you're pushing forward, you have a goal, you have, yes, you may have things in the past, but remember what I said in the beginning of this video, I do not go back to the past unless it's just for reasons of teaching you. And so that is why I never say, your past, because I don't want people to go back to their past. You left your past for a reason, right? It was probably negative, something was going on, whatever. You left the past for a reason. You only look back for a learning possibility. All right, I'm going to read to you what this card means. I'm going to show it to you one more time. And it says, alignment with Source, being inside your vortex of creation, becoming one with the true expanded version of you. It's the ultimate selfishness. Yes, in that state of alignment, all good things must come to you. Every rocket of desire that you have launched will be fulfilled. So alignment is fulfilling things, right? Then the second card is, I can stop attracting don't wants by attention to do wants. This is a huge one for me, because I usually attract the do nots or do not wants instead of wants. This is a really cool card. I think this is the actual first time I've gotten this in a reading. I've read it before because I went through the cards when I first got them. It says, you cannot rid the world of things that bother you. Yeah, no shit. That's me trying to rid the world of things that bother me. I do that all the time. You have got to rid your vibration of things that bother you. And then when you rid that, things that bother you, no things that bother you can come anymore. Do you hear that? None can come to you anymore. But you cannot really rid anything from your vibration, because there is no exclusion in this attraction-based universe. Now, the only way to stop attracting something that you don't want is by giving your attention to something that you do want, but you have to take small steps on it. So, for instance, focusing on a relationship with someone that you know it's unattainable, and you're still going through the motions of doing that. That's one that they're showing me right now. So, yeah. That's an intense reading. This was an intense reading, Gemini. I do hope that this resonated with some of you. If it didn't, then I would check where your sign falls in the chart for this month. Like I said, it's not time sensitive. People may find this a year or two from now and it may resonate. It all depends on who this resonates with and what it feels like to you. If it doesn't fit, don't force it like a puzzle, piece. It is what it is. You can find me on Twitch on Friday nights and Saturday nights. All my information is linked below. My social media is my Facebook. I don't know if I put my Facebook, but you could just look up Parle de Spirit on Facebook. But I have my Twitter on there, my Patreon, which you can donate a fee starting as low as $5 a month for free reading and free video content. I will be offering, I think I have 8 or 9 tiers, which are levels over there on Patreon. that I can offer you, as well as I am going to be doing a mentorship program next year. Hopefully I'll get it all together soon. And then I also have Instagram you can follow me on. And then I have a website, but it's being worked on right now. So I hope you'll contact me for a private reading or check out my Twitch. That would be awesome. Or check out any of my other videos here on YouTube. If this is not your sign, you can go check those out as well. I'm going to be adding some different types of videos as well besides astrology. I'm going to be offering some love readings, pick a card readings, and then I think I might even I'll announce it on here first. Well, actually, I'll announce it on Patreon first to my subscribers and then here to you guys on YouTube. But I'm thinking about doing a live Facebook feed where I do readings or a live YouTube feed where I do readings. I'm trying to figure out what is the easiest way to do on a day where I'm chill and I could really do a lot of readings. So I hope you all have a blessed rest of your evening, and thank you so much for coming to my channel and for the amazing support. For those who've been with me since the beginning, I love you guys, and for those who are new, I love you as well. Remember to always be good to one another, pay it forward, and never judge. And blessed be. Namaste. Take care.